Thank you so much. Yeah, the Steam Deck seems really... What the fuck? Where am I? No, it didn't crash. We died. And then we tried to load a new game. But it loaded us back into the game where we died. Oh, I would love to try to fix this run. We made mistakes, and I would love to rectify them. Yeah, homing rocks was exciting. I was so thrilled at the prospect. But we went. I feel like I couldn't find a through line, and we don't have a burrowing weapon. And so I feel like we just kind of got trapped and pinned into a corner. I don't know where the line, I don't know where the line through this map is. We're gonna try to fix it. I'm not sponsored by these folks, but if you're like me and you find yourself in a legitimate Chinese food desert, those are not bad. Well, not just the scallion noodles, but I haven't had the scallion oil, but the dan dan noodles and the zhajiang, Beijing zhajiang, that shit was dynamite. It's really good. Anyway. Alright, I tried to hit M for map because that's how this works. I haven't had the cup up for a long time. I don't think the cup's like done forever. Oh no. Oh, that's right. We took the tentacles off. I can't move. We took the tentacles off, but the big problem that we're running into now... is, I put... Oh, no, this is where we died. Again, I can't move. That hurt. That hurts. It hurts me when you do that, but... Trent, what's going on? I was diagnosed with a sinus infection and the tentacle rocks were awesome. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever fought you before. I don't want to kill stuff. Oh right, we learned that carbonated rocks are dangerous. Oh, that's right. Oh my god. Carbonated rocks killed me last time. We were on the run. Really? I've never been grabbed by that guy before. I didn't know what his attack was, but I knew I'd rather face him. I thought I'd rather face him than face all this horse shit right here. Alright, well, it's only fair. We died on this run on Friday. So it's only fair that we die again here today. I think what we figured out what screwed us on that one is that we had homing rocks, but we also had the spell that makes them swirl around us. So they were trying to swirl and home at the same time, which just meant they did this like weird, like almost like the cell phone towers are messing with that bee's reception. Like it just they just looked confused. The timeline did in fact correct itself. That's all right. That's not to sound mean-spirited about it, but that is what we deserved. I had no idea that that thing grabs. But we also we did a relative like we remind hey that's a blessed beginning. We also reminded ourselves nope. Fuck that. We also reminded ourselves that carbonated rocks are no bueno. Carbonated rocks bad. And we've learned that those things are very grabby. They looked like the least scary thing that was chasing us at the time. It's gonna seem like I'm doing this for fun, but for the time being, this is the only way I know of to move that coal out of the way, so I can explore the bottom left-hand side. There's a lot of shenanigans. A lot of shenanigans happening. I'm a little on fire. Oh no. You want to know more about that grab mechanic? I mean, it looked pretty straightforward to me. I got grabbed. Is how it feels like that went down. I got. That felt pretty self-explanatory. Oh, would have been cool if I'd pulled that off. Oh, it's mine. I earned it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a toxic sludge and acid oil level. Got it. With my short range wand. Feels groovy. Are you proud of me, chat? I learned my lesson. I didn't dive directly down into the acid and die chasing the gold that came out of that enemy. That feels like personal growth. Timer's covering inventory. Your base is covering the inventory. Got him. How about that? Fucking devastating. I don't know how they'll recover. Thank you. Want that gold. Emotional damage. I was watching Joshua Weissman and Joshua Weissman and Uncle Roger. Uncle Roger? Am I saying that right? I'm forgetting the name. I know his real name is Nigel. watching, doing their review of the content for the Great British Bake Off's Mexican Week. And as someone who used to live in Texas and lives almost exclusively off of Mexican street tacos when possible, yeah, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Great British Bake Off's Mexican Week was, whew, it was a hot mess. They had them do, tacos with none of the components were baked. They did tortillas where they like ground the corn into masa and then added more masa to the corn, which made no sense. And then they, oh my god, that is a lot of blood. So they made their own tortillas by like literally grinding corn until it became masa, and then adding masa to the corn, which makes no sense whatsoever. And then of course the tortillas were cooked on a pan. The carne asada was cooked on a pan. They cooked the carne asada to medium rare. I guess medium rare steak tacos. It was fine. The contestants were struggling with names. I get that. Many of them either haven't had Mexican food or ooh shit, this is bad. Many of them either haven't had Mexican food or have never made Mexican food and certainly have never had to pronounce it out loud. But then Paul Hollywood referred to it as pico de gallo. And I was like, yo, Paul, come on, man. You of all people need to know it's not called pico de gallo. Yeah, Stephen He is the emotional damage guy. Emotional damage. He's pretty funny too. I started that season, heard the Mexican episode was problematic. I mean, like, thank goodness it's not something where it's like, oh my god, I thought I was gonna be able to get away from that. Thank goodness it's not something where it's like, you know, it doesn't strike me as being culturally insensitive, with the exception of what they do to one of my favorite foods, of what they do to one of my favorite cultures, foodstuffs on the planet. It's offensive what did they do to my boy? What did they do to my boy Mexican food? Oh, you done him dirty. You done my boy Mexican food so dirty. Oh, yeah, Lisa, you of all people strike me as the kind of person who'd be like, well, I have to go murder some pasty white folks now. Sorry, everybody. I may not be around to mod for a while, but I gotta choke some well-meaning Brits to death with my bare hands. See everybody from British prison. As a representative of the land of Brexit, I apologize for the disrespect that was paid to Mexican cuisine. Oh God, Trogdor, it was bad. They observed, because I was watching them put the finishing touches on, and like for the most part, it seemed like the contestants, for the most part, seemed to make like halfway decent guac, halfway decent pico, pretty decent tortillas. Like they didn't give them a tortilla press. Like why in the world would you not give them a tortilla press? They had these people out there smushing tortilla ingredients between like 2 glass plates. But the worst offender of it all, like Weissman spotted this, was that it looked like they did all their research based on sight, because it looked like they saw a picture of a taco and then said they're adding a white crumbly cheese on top of it, and because they're European, they went, well, clearly it's feta. And so they had them break up and sprinkle what looked to be feta cheese on the taco at the end instead of cotija cheese, because they didn't know what cotija cheese was, and feta was the only sprinkleable, crumbly white cheese they could think of. And then to undo the pain of it all, Weissman and Uncle Roger went and got birria tacos from some place in New York that I'm sure crushes the living shit out of them. Paul's disrespect to s'mores made me want to bully. So yeah, it was I like honestly I also had heard that like we started watching the season not too far back just to have something to put on with the kids while we were eating. And Amber comes to me and says, like, she leans over and goes, I hear this season is kind of problematic. And when you hear like this season's problematic, I was like, oh, well, what do you mean? Like this season's problematic because, and she's like, well, there's a couple of like ethnic food episodes. And I was like, oh no. Cause in my head, I'm thinking like Kyrie Irving. In my head, I'm thinking like Elon Musk. And I'm like, oh, so like now one of the most wholesome food shows on the planet is gonna be like, all right, and now the one ethnicity we all hate. I'm like, wait, no, what? What did you say? And it turns out it wasn't that bad. But the disrespect shown to the bare bones minimum amount of research that they needed to do to make sure that the hosts had pronunciations correct and to make sure that the correct ingredients were going into the things that were being made. And again, it was so weird they had them do tacos. Nothing about tacos is baked. Speaking of cooking, one of my relatives was on Guy's Grocery Games. That's pretty cool. Guy Fieri's, Guy Fieri, catches a lot of flack, but strikes me as a really cool dude. A nice man who catches way more shit than he deserves. There's a place called Fuzzy's Tacos back in my hometown that puts feta on their tacos and it tastes amazing. Yeah, but that's a conscious choice. That's a stylistic choice. If you're a taco artist and you can prove to me that you can make a dynamite, knock you on your ass, put your dick in the dirt, super good Mexican street taco, then at that point you have my permission to go all Bob's Burgers on it and just make whatever crazy concoction your heart desires. Now, obviously, these people aren't actually waiting around for my permission to do fuck all. But you know what I mean? Like, as a culinary, as a food fan, you have my permission to do crazy shit with your tacos. Kind of like, you gotta know what the rules are before you can break them.
Denizen of the cave.
You gotta know what your food's, you gotta know your food rules before you can break them. And then once once you're the kind of person who can demonstrate a deftness of doing it the right way, then you've earned my trust as ooh, that's an all right wand. Then you've earned my trust as a consumer to fiddle to your heart's contents. Yeah, tortillas were pan fried. Yeah, guy does ridiculous charity work. Guy does a shitload of philanthropic work. Let's see. Can I get this man? I mean, goodness knows I've got the firepower for it. Xandrelak, good morning. Food makes a lot. Tier 1, 41 months. I'm so close to the meaning of life. I just need a little more time, some money, and some goddamn faith. Oh my god, he died. Oh, I killed him and didn't collect the bounty. Oh, what a terrible mercenary I am. They pronounced it tacos. Yeah, tacos. Well, it's Mexican week, they said, so it has to be tacos. Tons of work with Best Buddy. Props up local small restaurants with the stupidly hypnotic drive-ins, diners, and dives. Yeah, Guy Fieri seems like a super cool human being. Xanderlak, good morning. My cousin's an executive chef for Guy Fieri in Las Vegas. I've heard some stories of the guy's generosity and support for the kitchen staff. He is a good person. Pretty hyped. Over 31 pounds of the Frostpunk board game is arriving today. How? How is a board game 31 pounds? Why do I have like an intense and instant craving for fried okra? Ooh, that was like overwhelming. Or like corn fritters. I'm suddenly like overwhelmed with a desire for like soul food. It is just their accent. That part wasn't them being like, we're gonna say it wrong on purpose. That's just an accent thing. But culinarily, the things they did to my boy. The things they did to my boy, Mexican food. Stung me. Yeah, like corn fritters fried in butter, fried okra with a good dusting of salt. All that just suddenly sounds really good right now. It always sounds good, but it's like pregnant woman craving food right now. I was talking about pickled okra with my sister-in-law the other day. She and I both agreed that we'll both sit and wreck an entire jar of pickled okra in a single sitting. For sure. The Darkest Dungeon board game is like 45 pounds. Good grief. Didn't Guy also officiate a ton of LGBTQ weddings? That sounds accurate. If it's not true, I believe that it would be. But that sounds accurate. I feel like I also read that somewhere. I'll probably do this one just to get fireball on it and like stick it on this wand. I sure as shit can't fire that weapon though. I can't fire that wand because it's got explode in all directions on it. As like the first spell. It's like 50 weddings all at the same time. Ice, good morning. Oh my god, I thought somebody threw something at me. Being from Texas, I have a high standard. Yeah, a high standard for Mexican food. The worst I've ever had was in Minnesota. I can only dread or imagine what it's like in Europe. I mean, like, obviously, the states are responsible for some pretty abominable food creations. You need but only go to like any state fair and see what we ourselves are capable of. We're capable of some culinary evil. Believe it. But tacos are so simple. The fact that you can make a taco and its tortilla all with not a ridiculous amount of effort from scratch. Reasonably, like in a reasonable amount of time. It strikes me as being, it seems harder to mess up. Yeah. Ow, they're so mean now. There we go. It's such an easy thing to do. Old tacos. He officiated 101 gay weddings as a tribute to his sister. Dude is an over the top, but is an A++ human being. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, as I say, Gloomhaven looks like a real beast of a board game. And I'm shocked that that's apparently half the size of the ones that we're talking about right now. Now I want fries from the fair. AKA, welcome back. Yeah, Dolly Parton, also an exceptional human being. Apparently you and Cobalt are the first two channels I followed that I'm still following. There's a gap of 3 years between you and the next person I followed. That was very flattering. That's exquisite company to be in. Went to a hot pot place this weekend. All the hot pot tables were full, so I didn't get any. That's a heartbreaking story. I very nearly went to Korean barbecue at the hot pot place. I had a mighty need, But instead of spending $100 on Hot Pot, I ate the... Ooh. The fuck? Instead of eating $100 in food at the hot pot place or doing Korean barbecue, I ate my instant noodles from XCJ to see if they were any good on Sunday. I tried 2 of them, and they're not going to win any like James Beard awards. But as a guy who has maybe 2 or 3 legitimate Sichuan restaurants in the entire city, and none of them are close to me, it does in fact scratch a mighty itch. This caffeine concentrate is still quite good and provides a level of caffeine that my body doesn't recognize. Momo Crafting! Welcome, friend. What was that? Chaos magic makes a projectile launch a random spell out of a limited selection when it hits something. What could possibly go wrong? I'm super excited to try this out over and over and over again. Culinary evil at state fairs? Yeah, you just defined the Houston Rodeo and Texas State Fair. I've seen things dipped and fried that should have never been dipped and fried. I've got a new trend that TikTok is recommending to me through the algorithm, and that has been Brits who are over the top excited to try all of these stereotypically tacky and gauche American things. Like Waffle House, like Applebee's of all things, Dairy Queen, and then like defending themselves in the, oh my god. Defending themselves in the comments being like, listen, we understand that there's better food and we're gonna get to it, but for right now, we want like dirty water dogs from New York. We want French fries. We want hash browns. We want pancakes and biscuits and gravy. We want hamburgers as big as our head. How often do people come in from Jack nowadays? It's not as frequently, but I'd say about one per quarter. And that's over 2 years after the video came out. It's pretty staggering that 2 years later. I have angered the gods. I've not even been in your stupid mountain. Ugh. Well, let's see if we can find something that'll kill Steve. There is a worm that is doing his absolute best to fuck my life all up. Taffy, I can't believe you did that. The audacity of me. Oh, man. Listen. Ah! Gonna get hurt a little bit. Is this a joke to you? Am I a joke to you, game?
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Sorry, I'm just clearing out all the frogs. Damn, that's a good ass wand. Torrin, tier 1, 82 months. Torrin, thank you so much for coming up on 7 years fast. Keep putting in the good work. Thank you, Torrin. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm hungry. You're gonna be shocked to hear that. I understand a lot of you must be confused right now. But I am very hungry. I'm very proud of that. I didn't want to deal with that big-ass frog. That thing was gonna wreck my world. I have to just wait for a minute. Trying to figure out how in the world I'm gonna deal with this guy. Dude, chat, I was really kind of heartbroken. JJ Madison screwed me over in a pretty big way. I was remembering that a viewer had mentioned that their family ran a, speaking of Mexican food, ran a very nice Mexican food place in Norfolk. And I went and asked my in-laws if anyone had ever eaten there, and they said, oh yeah, that place is great. And I was like, oh, cool. We'll have to go check it out. One of my viewers' families owns it and told me I should go there and try, you know, try all the food, but especially try the tamales. And I was like, I fucking love tamales. So I went back into Discord and said, hey, does anybody remember who it was whose family owns the Mexican place here in Norfolk? I can't move. I wish you'd leave me alone and stop eating the holy mountain, because holy shit, you are causing me a lot of headaches. JJ goes, watch it be the guy who left here in a huff over Noita. And then, Apocalyptic. What kind of angle was that? Apocalyptic went and found the chat log and goes, oh, shit, sorry, Taffy, it absolutely was the guy who stormed off. So the only, oh my god. The only person that I've genuinely oh no. The only person that I've genuinely pissed off in the channel in like the last half year. Who bought that? I'll put it against the clock. The only person I've in the last half year that I've genuinely pissed off enough that they've left the channel. Is the same person who was just like, oh yeah, my family owns this Mexican restaurant that everybody is gaga over. And I was like, oh, sucks to be me, I guess. You don't see a timer? I'll make it bigger. You think I'm scared of you? I got your timer right here. That's what I get for trying to be discreet.
Hey man, those are bits.
Code! Thank you for the biddies. I'm in full Monday mode that even when I was looking for a timer, I didn't see it, and then I saw it when somebody bought something. Halfway across the room, Taffy, can you make it even bigger? Hey, who bought Madrinas, if you don't mind me asking? And what did you buy? I'll put that on the timer for sure. JJ Madison with 12 months.
Of the newest denizen of the cave.
Deranged
This is the
Optician
story
Tier 1,
of the
61
newest
months.
denizen of the cave.
I think we decided that it was 540 seconds on a full year sub. JJ, thank you for the full year to AKA. And then Deranged Optician, Tier 1, 61 months. Thank you so much for the subathon. Or for the subathon, for the sub contribution during the subathon. I think I just die? Not really sure what my alternatives are.
Yeah, those are bits.
Jackspot, thank you for the 100 biddies. I didn't even think about a hype train, to be totally honest. It's been, you know, listen, this is not bait. I've been making my money just fine, thank you very much. Ooh. I've been making my money just fine, thank you very much. But we haven't had like a legitimate, like, honest to goodness hype train in like a week or two.
Hey man, those are
Lambert
bits.
drops 100 bits, says, ooh boy, we scamming. Jackspot, thank you for the 100 bits. Holy shit. That'll put some time on the clock. That'll put some time on the clock. Ice with 20 gifties, East to Easy, Isus, Stomo, Jawawan, BS, M5, Gazgul, Toxin, Mikey Pizzle, Soggy, Flame Quaza, Flame Quasar, Flexing Bull, T Millie, Arse Ants, Beef Coon,
Hey,
Nikita,
man, those are
Caramel, The Walloper, Squidgy GG, and Vilmos 99. Recipients
man,
of
those
20
are
very
bits.
generously gifted subs from Ice. Holy Scapegoat with 200 bits. I'm helping. Yay! Jade Stone with 100 bits for the scam. Arse Ants. Oh, that's right. Ice gets a spin for 100 bucks in subs. I watched a streamer once that did a month-long subathon that only ended because he decreased the time added by like half. Was that, oh, what's his name? Ludwig? Was that Baru? I mean, like, obviously there's been a lot of people who have had big subathons at this rate. I should put out a tweet, huh? Just a reminder that there is a charity component to this, which quite frankly, any charity that you want to contribute to, if you're a regular, I'll just take it on Scout's Honor.
Hey man, those are bits.
If you're a regular, I'll just take it on Scout's Honor. But, yeah, all things being equal, in any charity that you contribute to, let me know, and I'll add time to the clock, and we're keeping track so that at the end of it, we can reflect back at all the good we've done. Yeah, I was gonna say, Apollo had a big one, Baru had a big one, Ludwig had an all-timer. Noblet says, Noblet, Tofu ended up having to lower his time. Stevie drops 100 bits and says, Scam Train, also like an extra, what, 12 seconds? It is, 100 bits is 12 seconds. I've decided that I don't like the idea of these things ending in the middle of the night. So when I go to bed, I'm gonna change the time, or I'm gonna change the contribution so that anything that happens while I'm asleep gives 3x time. So if anybody wants to be a hero, if the timer gets low while I'm asleep, you get 3 times the bang for your buck. We're dropping off a large load of toys for Tots today here in Austin, and about to donate $1,100 in cash. I'll count it. I'll count it. Man of my word. And I'm gonna get my company to match that dollar for dollar. Man of my word. I will happily count that. Just Prom, enjoy the emotes. I need 1 non-sub to speak up. I'm gonna gift you a sub, testing to see if multi-month count towards the timer. It just does the 1, right? I added the other time manually, but I feel like it just did the one. All right, good. At least we're accounting for it then. I'm kind of stalling a little bit because I'm gonna go in here and just get absolutely dumpstered by Steve. But I don't know that there's a whole lot to be done. I could just run through. I have an idea of a way to scum him, but I don't want to do it for the lone reason that I was backseated on that, and I don't want to do. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be hinky about it. I'm not the one who messed up your place, Steve. All right. Want that off. Oh, stop, Steve. Stop. Fucked up, kinda. Oh, that hurt. Not gonna lie. You killed the fish, Steve! What did the fish ever do to you? Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, you fucked up, Steve. So now I'm leaving. Peace! Peace with gods! Get the fuck out of here! Nobody likes you! Yeah. Oh, we're all hugs. We're all hugs and sunshine and lollipops now. We weren't a second ago, you dick. The least you could do is discount this stuff for me. I guess I have a pet Steve now, yeah. It would appear. I don't want the wand, but I want the spell. Shame you took so much damage, though. That's fine. Steve's gonna go down there and help me clear the next floor. As a way of saying sorry. How much is this? 120 mana drain. Alright, well, how about this? How about, what's my worst wand? It's not great. It's fine. Let's get rid of you. Not gonna lie, Steve, you're scaring the shit out of me. Like, I know we're cool. But you are nerve-wracking as a motherfucker. Can you bring Steve? I'm gonna try to bring Steve. Come on, man. We got work to do. I'm gonna try not to crush you with the rocks. Steve's coming. Oh, no! Good shit, Steve. You're the best, bud. Who's got a problem with me now? back up and let Steve do his work. Oh God, Steve, you fucking maniac. Jesus, Steve, that feels like overkill for a mouse. Can Steve still hurt us? Probably. Steve, Steve. I don't have a whole lot extra health thanks to you. I'm working under the assumption that Steve can hurt us. I don't have a digging wand. Which is kind of a bummer. So anyway, I starts blasting. I would take Steve's wand. Go get him, Steve. You're doing great, bud. Where'd this wand go? He wondered out loud. Down there. Be interesting. Steve is taking 0 prisoners, man. Good grief. Whee! Oh, neat. It's gonna take a while for that to work itself out, but it will. I am so hungry all of a sudden. You fully expect Steve to Bob's brain us at some point? A fair assessment? Oh no. Why is that growling noise a thing? I don't like that at all. The fuck? Did you get him, Steve? Fucking psycho? Oh, Steve got hurt. Steve got hit by lava. How in the world do I get around? Think we can take the fungal caverns like this? Maybe if we just back up and let Steve lead the way. He has taken some damage. That burned through yet? That is gonna take a minute. Steve just kind of fucked off, didn't he? Gotta cut that poor thing in half. We made a friend, Oppenheimer! So the worms pissed off Steve. So Steve was mad at us. And he was like, why did you mess up my house? And then I sidestepped him. And I went to the perks. And lo and behold, what should be waiting there but peace with the gods. Steve was following us around for a minute, but it seems like he may have... Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Steve's juice is loose. Hold on. Yeah, he's getting stuck on a pixel. I gotta try to figure out... I don't know. Let's throw caution to the wind, huh? That should do it. Damn it, Steve. It's this one set of pixels right here, huh? Alright, I don't want to hurt him, so I'm gonna try to get him over here. I really want your help. Stevie has more problems than he's worth. How does that not get rid of that pixel? Make me understand. Are you loose? Hey, there we go. What's going on down here? He's all yours, Steve. Fuck him up. And fuck him up he did. Oh, Daddy won. Oh, nope. Steve, back up! Steve, you fool! What's happening in here? Kind of weird little menagerie is happening in there. Take Steve on a tour of the fungal caverns. That's an excellent idea, I think. I think we head directly there. At some point, I'm bound to find a digging wand. I would be inclined to believe. Oh, did I lose Steve? Steve again? For real? Oh no, are you like actually uber stuck? Oh, Steve. I don't know if I can save you this time, bud. Hey! I did that on purpose. God, I'm so smart and good at video games. I have such a full head of hair. Come on over here, bud. There we go. You and Dad are gonna go to the fungal caverns right after I check out. Right after I check out this wand. Right after I waste all my water. I mean, it is a digging wand. In a manner of speaking. Oh my god, how are you gonna get out? Nice, okay, good. Do I go back and get that health, or do I just wait? I'll go get it later. Oh my god. I don't know about that. I don't know that I specifically need any of those. Not being able to dig is a huge pain in the ass. Like, not being able to, like, really dig is a huge pain in the ass. Oh, I need to leave. Steve? Handle my light work. Steve, we're not done, bud. We're gonna work all day. It's not particularly good. There you go. You want to mess with me, you gotta mess with my whole family, which includes my cousin, Steve. We look alike. Oh my god! Once you strip away our flesh and bones, or our flesh and muscles. Alright, I'll move. It's fine, Steve. You do you. Show him who's boss, bud. You good? You got him. We shot at the same time, though. I think it was a mutual... Jesus! Image field. Chain spell. Back up, Steve. I don't want you to get hurt. All the way back. I hate life. I don't know, maybe. Subtle. Yeesh. Oh, Steve. You got him. You got him. Cease fire, bud. This music's got a real, like, Fight Club feel to it. Did I lose Steve? What are you stuck on, bud? Oh, is that too thin? Hold on. Can I get you, like, stuck down here for a second? Alright, no, just go fast. Good shit, Dynamite. You're the best. Back it up. What about now? You good? Yeah, you're good. You're good. 222 minutes, Dad. Or if you... I'm going to count his. I'm not going to count company matching. That's cool, though. 222 minutes. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I add company matching if you're... Don't count the company match? I was gonna say, that's like... That doesn't feel like that's our community. It's cool that it's happening. But it doesn't feel like it happened... I mean, this probably didn't happen as a direct result of our stream either, but I can point to Jackspot and go, that's my community member. They did a good thing for charity. Okay. Ah! What the fuck is going on? Get him, Steve! Fuck his world up. Yeah! That feels... It's not a better... Well, it's actually a terrible wand. But it feels easier. I might come back for this wand. I got a lot to worry about. It has nothing to do with managing my wands. Holy shit! Steve's a mad lad. He's not to be trifled with. Did we kill this stupid worm? Steve and I worked out a compromise. I showed him the guy who actually fucked up his mountain. And he got to extract a horrible revenge. That's a lot of dynamite. The fuck are you doing? Get him, Steve. You'll never guess who found our wand. Nothing about, oh, this is terrifying. Everything is under control. I am in control. Yeah, numerically he doesn't do a ton of damage. But I'm not going to tell him that. It says float above the ground, but it doesn't say, like, jettison into low Earth orbit. You got it. You got it. He's all yours, bud. The shitty one. Wow, fucking devastated. What the fuck? Wait. Does this do what I think it does? Wait, how do I get inside? Back up. Sorry, Steve. It's not personal. Oh, good boy. No, you should leave. Leave it. Yeah, I don't want you to get hurt. All right, well, apparently you have to throw it on top of you. I guess I've learned that now. That sucks. I would have liked the healing that came with that. That would have been nice. I was very excited for a second. Intense. You see him, don't you? This is a lot.
This is the story of the newest denizen.
Yeah, apparently you gotta throw it up and let it land on you, which was news to me. Today I learned, I guess. I love gold. Why did you do that to me, Steve? I can't tell if you hurt me or not when you did that. To be fair, I discovered the same thing the same way. It feels better knowing that I'm not alone there. Who did this? All powerful Jim Bob, tier 1, 51 months. Hi streamer, sup chat. This is called cameo appearance. I'll pop in briefly to say stuff and fuck off for about 90 minutes or so. Excellent. Mission accomplished. Thank you so much. Steve. I'm just trying to get you to go see some of my friends, and by friends I mean the fuck sticks at the fungal caverns. Electric arc. Weren't we about to go pay for that? Oh my god. I feel like we just got that for free. I am desperately trying to find my way over. We wouldn't be in such a tense space right now, Steve, if you hadn't fought me originally. Dude, I'm having a real bitch of a time finding my way into the fungal caverns. That was a big explosion that just happened. Somewhere. For what it's worth, I didn't know the hut set on fire and got killed by the bomb during my first use. It does make me feel better to hear other people's horror stories. Thank God Steve's aim is on point. Because mine is not. Get out of here, Taffy. You're just trying to hurt yourself now. You're just trying to hurt yourself on purpose, Ryan. What the fuck is the matter with you? Psycho? Now I gotta wait for this to all chill out. I had a hut, knew what it did, and died before I could use it. It does make me feel a little bit better. I have to pee. I guess, and make lunch, too.
Yeah, kids.
Alright, I gotta get back in. Oh, I'm so hurt. Hold on. He's in. I got a feeling this is where we die. Oh, I'm over here now. Oh, this is absolutely where we die. The irony is that the rats will get me. I stepped in teleporting liquid, and it sent me clear the shit over here, which is bad. Trying. It seems to have worked. Steve! Oh my god, Steve, I thought I'd never see you again. Are you going up there now? Okay. What the fuck is happening in the fungal cat? Oh my god, run. Run, Taffy. Steve started shooting. And only Steve knows when Steve's gonna stop shooting. Assets for Wednesday's activation are in Discord. Gotcha. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I realize that those Wednesday activation assets are just gonna have to be done on stream. I don't have any other real solution for that, I don't think. You see him. Come on. Steve, you see him. There you go. So anyway, Steve starts blasting. Shit, you're not wrong. him, Steve. Get him, Steve. I was actually nervous Steve was not going to take that fight. I don't think Steve... Can Steve get up there? Ooh, tentacle monster. He's all yours, Steve. That brings me great joy. Those guys kind of suck. I'm trying not to get so confident that I walk into a death trap. I'm so hungry. Other way, Steve. Other way, Steve. Other way, Steve. 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 Why'd my man suddenly stop blasting? So anyways, he stops blasting. Yeah, apparently this overhang is blocking his line of sight. Well, that's cool. We got to take Steve out as a boss, and utilize him, as our own personal minion. That's fine. I'm gonna go downstairs and get some food pulled together.